at your face, you will disappoint me. I warned you this would happen. So, was it worth the risk?
I worked hard on that presentation. I expected applause, but the anxiety had other plans.
And Mercury had plans too. Did you see how people looked at you?
No one laughed, and even if they did, nervousness is normal.
You keep ignoring people's judgment. Why not just be what they want?
Because pleasing people is impossible. Chase it long enough, and misery is the only thing you will catch.
Really? Look at you now. You're pretending you're strong. Why don't you go back to the old you? The one who cared about people's opinions.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the worst person I saw in the mirror every day, and the one I pitied the most.
Listen to people. They only want what's best for you. Do that, and I'll leave you alone.
Never! Welcome to my little empire. Let me ask you something. Do you feel unappreciated by people, yet still try hard to please them? Are you so kind that you still silent when someone treats you badly? And do you secretly feel people's judgment and the way they see you? Today's topic tackles one of the most common psychological struggles, the fear of rejection. What you're about to hear is worth money, some unusual people learn in therapy sessions. Don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. So, let's continue. We have reached the second chapter of the book under the title Striving Behind Others. And the main question, why do we chase people approval? Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim once described a pattern he noticed in many patients. When people talk about their problems, he doesn't just listen, he asks them a simple question. What does that mean to you? For example, if you lose your job, what does that mean to you? Most people answer the same way. People will look down on me. Situation itself hurts, but what hurts more is people's judgment. As Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim says, our pain multiplies because of others. But this behavior doesn't come from nowhere. It often begins in childhood. Many of us hear phrases like, study hard, or people won't love you. Dress well, or people won't respect you. Be nice, or people won't value you. Without realizing, you grow up believing something dangerous. Your worth depends on people's approval, and slowly you forget yourself. Researcher Harry B. Boyka describes something called people-pleasing triangle. It has three parts: destroy thinking, fear-driven emotions, people-pleasing behaviors. Each part feeds the others. The thoughts create fear. The fear shapes behavior, and the behavior enforces the belief. One common belief is this: I must please people to be accepted. So you agree with everything. You avoid saying no. You justify yourself constantly. I used to do exactly that. I feared disappointing people. I feared rejection. So I kept explaining myself, trying to protect my image. But later, I learned something important. Constant justification weakens your position. Not everything deserves explanation. If you keep defending yourself, people will stop respecting your opinion. Many people try to maintain the image of the nice person. They never refuse, they help everyone, they avoid conflict at all costs. But this often leads to something else. People will start exploiting them. Why? Because kindness without boundaries looks like weakness. Another reason people do this is the fear of being seen as selfish. Some people would rather burn themselves than the risk of being called selfish. So they give more and more until they burn out. Eventually, they blame themselves for everything. and instead of appearing kind, they appear submitted. The solution is simple, but uncomfortable. Put yourself first sometimes, accept what suits you, refuse what doesn't. And the most important, set boundaries. The moment people see that you have limits, their respect for you changes. And remember something important, you will never escape people's opinions. If you fail, they all talk. If you succeed, they all talk too. Chasing their approval is pointless. People's approval is unreachable goal. Psychologist Howard B. Brecker describes several hidden rules people impose on themselves. Rules like, I must never disappoint anyone. I must always be nice. I should never say no. These rules sound noble, but they create unrealistic expectations. Because once you're following them, you start expecting others to treat you the same way. And when they don't, you feel distraught. But here is the reality. No one can meet those expectations, not even you. So the result is predictable. Frustration, self-blame, and emotional exhaustion. Many of these beliefs come from misunderstanding about life. We assume things should happen the way we want, but life doesn't work like that. Sometimes things go your way, sometimes they don't. That's simply how reality works. There's a famous story about a king who asked his minister for a phrase to engrave on his ring, a sentence that comfort him in sadness and humble him in happiness. The minister wrote, "This time will pass." Understanding this truth changed the way you face the life. Instead of saying this must happen, try saying it would be better if it happened. This small shift creates flexibility in your thinking, and flexibility is strength. I'm personally applying this and thinking that way when I come across obstacles. What's the real problem with kindness? Kindness itself is not the problem. Excessive kindness is. Many people believe that if they are kind enough, people will treat them well. And reality often proves the opposite. Instead of confronting bad behavior, they blame themselves and try to be more kinder. Dr. Muhammad Brahim explains it well. Excessive kindness deprives you of your basic rights, including respect. There is also something called one-dimensional kindness. This is when a person only shows kindness in every situation. People then start seeing them as weak or innocent. So let me say something clearly. Don't be kind just to please people. If someone treats you badly and you're responding with endless kindness, you're rewarding their behavior. True kindness comes from strength. People should know that you choose kindness, not that you are incapable of anything else. Set boundaries. Because as the Arabic proverb says, whoever feels safe from punishment behaves badly. From my experience, I used to think kindness was morality. But I realized I had neither morality nor boundaries that punish boulders. I used to say yes for everything, but I never said yes to my own soul was crying for. I used to think kindness means acceptance. Now I see nothing but naivety and pity. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and benefited from this episode. I look forward to see you again in another video with a new topic from this book. Peace to those who came and farewell to those who left.